Hi guys, my name is Sabrina from Sabrina the Teenage Reader and welcome to a whole other video. So today I'm going to be doing a kind of different video, so it means that Sabrina's not gonna be doing a book chat or book review or I don't know really, but I'm trying to do new videos because I don't know guys, I just want you to have more original content and not have the same old thing that everybody's doing. And I mean, I don't think that there's something wrong with it, but I just want to do something that is just me. So welcome to a new series of videos that I've been longing to do since a year ago, and I'll call these videos Behind the Read, which is a series of videos in which I'm going to be talking about a book that means a lot to me, not only because of the content of the book, but of the time I was reading the book. So in these series of videos I'm going to be talking about a book in specific and about like the background of what happened when I read it and how that book helped me. So I totally encourage you, if you want to do a video like this, just don't forget to comment down below and let's make this trend happen. So I'm going to be talking about a book that I read in the 7th grade, and I mean, and it's not the best book ever, it's not like super great, but I think it's a book that kept me a lot of company during the 7th grade. So the book that I will be talking about in this video, it's called The Official Biography of the Beatles. Yeah, the band. And to give you some context, during my middle grade years, I was a huge rock and classic rock fan, and my favorite band were the Beatles. I loved them ever since I was a child, but somehow in middle school I loved them more. And I picked this book from my library like in February of my 7th grade year. And it was this random book about a band that I liked and my dad liked, so I was like, hey, I'm gonna check this book out. And I never thought initially of like reading it completely, but during that time I had like the infamous 7th grade emo phase that everybody had during middle school, in which I hated everybody and I was sick of my life, and I was hanging with some people in which I was not really glad to hanging out with. I was feeling bad about myself and questioning everything about this world. So during that time I picked that book up. I pushed all my friends away basically and was alone all the time. I didn't want to talk to people, and it was just a really dark days of it was just a really dark age of my middle school years, as everybody middle school years are. So I had this book. It was an 800-page book in Spanish, and the font size was like this tiny, and it was just all about the Beatles, about the lives of every member, and about how they got famous and like their lives. And I mean, it's pretty cool. So basically the only friend that I had during those times, because I pushed everybody away and I thought that nobody wanted to be my friend and that I wasn't worthy of having friends and any kind of happiness and love, was that Beatles book. And my English teacher, because he saw that I liked that the Beatles, like he once made me a mixtape. So if you're watching this, Mr. Katz, I survived my 7th grade emo phase. Thank you for the mixtape. You definitely made it better. I really appreciate it, and I'm sorry for, I don't know, I wish I could thank you in person for everything, but anyways, and I still remember most of it. If you ask me anything about it, I'll tell you how John Lennon was born and how everybody met and the original names and like their tour in Europe and their tour in Amsterdam. And during those dark days, that book kept me company, and that book kept me distracted, and it was long enough for it to keep me distracted about all the things that were happening in my head and in my heart. And sometimes we have to acknowledge those books that, I mean, they're not literally masterpieces, or like they're not like super entertaining, but at least, I don't know, it's one of those first books that made me realize that reading makes you feel less alone and at least distracts you and takes you to another world, even though it's a biography about the Beatles. After that, I made friends, if you're wondering. All of them were tired because I only talked about the Beatles. because it was the only thing that I knew about, and Glee. But it got better. And if it, I mean, I don't want to say that if it wasn't for that book I would have been in misery, but I don't know, it's something about that book that made me feel less alone. It made me take a sad song and make it better. So that was my first episode of Behind the Read. That was the story behind the book. And by the way, I finished that really long book, if you're wondering. I don't know how, but I finished it. But if you want more videos like these, just comment down below. And if you want to make your own video, also be my guest. I want people talking about books that were besides them and kept them company. I think it's something nice to talk about. Don't forget to comment and like and share with all your friends and make your own video, and also subscribe, because if you're watching this and you don't subscribe, I will find you and I will kill you. Thank you for watching and happy reading, guys. Bye!